Peace be to you all. Assalamu alaikum. This is Omar Abdul Malik, physician assistant and health educator. I want to talk to you guys about being a physician assistant, since the CASPA, that's the Centralized Application Processing Service, something like that, for physician assistant students, that's opened up for the 2021 cycle. So for those of you guys who have contacted me, and you're kind of in this dilemma of whether you want to go to medical school, or you want to try to do PA school, but you're not really sure. As I've told you, it really depends on you and what you think you want out of life. Some of you all are very young. Some of the, I think the youngest person to whom I've communicated with on the internet and the comment section is in junior high school. And I didn't think junior high school kids were even interested in the PA field. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And some of you all in high school also. But it depends on what you think you want, because as you get older, your priorities in life will certainly change. When I was much younger, I'm in my 50s now, but when I was coming out of high school, I was dead set on becoming a doctor. And I knew one friend of my dad's who said he was a PA, and he kept telling me he did what the doctors do. But I was bothered by that term assistant. See, I don't want to be anybody's assistant. What I'm supposed to do, stand there and help out? And I had read helicopter. I had read Dr. Ben Carson's book on gifted hands. So I was like, yeah, not only do I want to become a doctor, I want to become a neurosurgeon. I was grossly ignorant. I didn't know how much it took to become a neurosurgeon, or even to become a doctor. But anyway, as I got older and then got married, and then certainly my wife started having children. I didn't have them. My priorities changed. I want to be a great husband. We've been married for 26 years in June, which is pretty awesome. My wife and I both met at Howard, HU. We got 4 great kids. Some of them are in college now. So that's my priority. Now, my values haven't changed. Service to community, having a very keen interest in the health sciences and science in general, which is why I like these wooded walks. But you have to figure out what you want to do. I had an exchange with a family member of one of my patients yesterday. I was talking to the family member, had questions about their loved one. And I explained to her, I said, listen, I'm the physician assistant. I introduced myself as Omar, the physician assistant. I said, okay, so what is your name, doctor? I said, no, it's not Dr. Omar, it's just, I'm the PA. We have a supervising physician. So he wanted to get my title correct. Like, oh, so you're not a doctor yet. And I was like, oh! She got me. I hadn't had anybody say anything like that to me in a while. And granted, it was a phone conversation, so she couldn't see the gray hair. Like, this guy's probably not going to go to med school. But I went through the whole stages of PAs, that we go through when people ask us. So, who's higher, the nurse or the PA? So what do you got to go to medical school? So why aren't you a doctor? It's like, and I hate to say it shouldn't have bothered me, and it really didn't bother me that much. I am doing a YouTube video about it, so maybe it did bother me to a degree. It's like when somebody pricks you. If somebody were to prick you in the behind with a toothpick, it wouldn't kill you or even hurt that much. You'd still like, hey! So I thought about the whole med school thing, and why didn't I work harder? Why didn't I reapply when I didn't get in? Why didn't I go to the Caribbean schools like some of my classmates to become an MD? That was just for a few seconds though. But this is really hard. I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about, if I went to medical school, it'd really be much more about my own ego. Yeah, I'm a self-described begrudging beta male with aspirations of being an alpha male, all 5'9", 150 pounds. Alpha male, that's to get my body jacked. Speaking of big voice and stuff. But the MD is the head of the healthcare team. That's there's no debate. There should not be any debate about that. You can do a lot as the PA, but you're not the head of the healthcare team. You will have opportunities for leadership. I've had ample opportunities for leadership. It's been a great 20 plus year career for me thus far. And I've been in the healthcare field for 30 years, more than 30 years actually. I started out as a lab tech and then a nurse's aide as I was trying to get my RN degree. Didn't work out. But, you really have to decide for yourself. I did get a doctorate in health education, so there's that. And I think, in my opinion, for the community that I treat, I think that health education is it's a bigger, more important component than writing prescriptions for people after they've become ill from preventable diseases, had they been educated and acted upon that education. But it's a long road for MD, so you have to look at not just the application process for a medical degree, but the fact that you have to take the MCATs. You're going to have to take the USMLE step 1 and 2, then get matched. And I got a friend who didn't get matched. I think the guy's working as a lab tech somewhere, some hospital. He wrote me. He was like, I haven't gotten matched. This is my second time not getting matched. I don't know what to do. That's horrible. You still got to pay that money back. So that's something, it's a huge risk, huge financial risk. I think, in my opinion, as far as the LA health field is concerned, the physician assistant is the best investment in terms of your time and your money. It's going to cost you about $100,000 a year, $100,000 in total for your education to get that master's degree, and you're going to come out making more than $100,000. You can make $200,000. There's this young man, he's a new PA, and he goes over PA salaries. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in my description. But it's a fantastic career, guys. I mean, there's times when I've gotten a little burned out, and my boss and supervising physicians are great, and even my other fellow PAs, we all work together. So when one of us wants some time off, we're just like, listen, I gotta get away from this hospital and these patients' families yelling at me. I gotta get a break, because you can't get burned out. So I get to take time off, adequate time off, and this is one of my stress reliefs. But look to see what's in it for you, because only you can live your life. You're the one that's going to be doing the studying. You're the one that most likely is going to be taking out the student loans, unless you have wealthy benefactors to pay for your education. I did not. I'll do another video about that. This it's haram for us to, in some respects, in any respects, for Muslims to deal with riba or usury. but the education is very expensive. Woo, okay. That's it for now. I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Subscribe if you want.